Hi guys, my name's Jilberto, but nice try. Thank you, appreciate that. I'm from Seattle. And I moved to London about 2 years ago, and it was a scary move, you know. But after I lived in London for about 2 years, I decided that London and Seattle are like basically the same city, you know. Like they're both cold and gray, and that's just the people here. But I'm happy I moved to London. I am, because I'm not ashamed to say I know a lot about British history. What I am ashamed to say is that a lot of Americans don't know about history. It's true. Like, did you know that half of Americans don't know your queen's name? Yeah. Which I know is Adele. So, that worked out. But I moved here during a really awkward time. It was during the whole Brexit debacle. And there were so many questions surrounding Brexit. You know, like, are you in? Is the most common question I get asked in bed. And I'm like, just the tip. It's the biggest lie I've ever said. But the one good thing about Brexit, is that finally I get to see white people being nervous about being deported for once. So that's nice. That's nice. People say I act white in America because I'm Mexican. And they say I act white. They say I have white mannerisms. I'm whitewashed. Do you guys hear that term here? Yeah. They say I'm a coconut. A coconut. Because I'm brown on the outside and full of juice, ready to get sucked dry on the inside. Always hard. Weird. Don't know. But I live in Shoreditch. And Shoreditch is fucking expensive, right? I went into a shop the other day and I picked up this old looking shirt and it was 60 quid. And I'm like, the fuck? It's so expensive to look poor nowadays. It is! It is, and rent's fucking expensive. I pay the most amount of money I've ever paid for my entire life, and I live in the smallest room I've ever lived in. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm a 27-year-old man living in the tiniest room ever. Like, I can't bring a girl over into my room, you know? Not because it's small, but because I'm gay. So, that solves that. I went to a vegan barbecue. For those of you that haven't been to a vegan barbecue, it's like not going to a barbecue. I went to a vegan's house is what I'm trying to say. Why a vegan's house? Why not just a house? Well, because I've decided that I'm going to start naming things after the person's main characteristic and then the noun. Like, I'm a gay comic. I'm not a comic. Because a comic is someone who goes on stage and tells jokes. But a gay comic is someone who goes on stage and tells jokes. And a sucked a dick. See the difference? Where do I? This guy here's like, not another gay comic. You're simply wrong, sir. I'm a family-friendly comic, contrary to popular belief. So I was visiting this guy the other day, and that's how it came out to my parents. So we got on board there. No, but it's hard being away from my family, my home. I have to usually call my mom often. I have to tell her the differences between London and Seattle. I'm like, Mom, do you know what they call cigarettes here? What do they call cigarettes here? Fags. The first time someone offered me a cigarette, like, do you want a fag? I'm like, fuck yeah, it's that easy? Fuck yeah. You guys use that word a lot. Right? It's even cut off for me. Like, I called my friend a fag. We were outside and people heard us and they gasped, like, right? Until they realized I'm gay. And they're like, oh, okay. He's taking the word back and its meaning and using it for his own personal upliftment and empowerment. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And that works. No, but I love being in the UK, and I'll tell you why, because I think I've assimilated pretty well. Like, for example, I wear scarves now, you know? Because a guy who wears scarves in London is a guy who, like, knows about himself. You know, like, he walks different, he talks different. But a guy who wears a scarf in the States is just gay. It's just gay, it's true. I was in Seattle last year for Christmas, and it was cold, so I was wearing a scarf. And a guy who I met for like a minute was like, dude, are you gay? I got so mad, I put this dick out of my mouth, and I'm like, what? Weird. But I think London has like the best transportation system in the entire world. I do. I think so. More people ride bikes here than they do in Seattle. And every time I see a guy riding his bike, I get kind of hot and bothered, you know? Because it reminds me, like, I like to have sex, like I like to ride a bike, you know? Something always up my ass, no helmet, knee pads optional. Yeah. But I'm a comic, so I'm more of a bus rider myself, you know? And the only thing I don't like about buses is they never fucking wait for anyone. Like, I've seen so many people pound the side of the buses, you know, they kind of leave an indentation, but they're not gonna wait for you. Like, one day I was like running towards the bus, and an old lady was running in front of me too, and the bus stop was right up there, and the bus passed us, and we didn't know if we were gonna make it, and the bus went on the bus stop, and then the old lady tripped and fell. And everyone around her, you should have seen it, was like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? They wanted to make sure she wasn't hurt. And then I noticed that the bus waited for her. And I'm like, this bitch figured it out. Like, cheeky bitch. You know? But you learn. I mean, those are the things I know. I learned. Like, next time I'm like running towards the bus, and I see the bus stop in front of me, and I see the bus pass me, I'm gonna look the bus driver in the eye and just push an old lady down. So, that should work. But some people can be mean when I tell them I'm gay. Yeah, some people can be mean. They're like, oh, but what do you identify as? I'm like, look at me. Isn't it obvious? Like, identify as horny. What? But especially if I'm with my partner, they'll be like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, sure, what's up? They're like, who's the woman in the relationship? I'm like, oh, like there isn't one? That's kind of the point. You know? That's kind of the point. And they're like, I get it, but you know, like who's the woman in the relationship? And I just get all mad, I'm like, I don't know, I guess whoever earns less, but I don't make the rules. God, it's always really weird doing a gig at a bar, you know, because in London, in Seattle, the drinking age is so much different. We're like, it's 21 there, and here it's like, what, 18, I think? And I always feel like I'm surrounded by little kids at the bar, and I'm like, these kids need to leave because I have a massive boner and it's uncomfortable. You know? And you know, I know they're attracted to me too because they get lost in my eyes, and I'm like, hey, my dick is down here. Get it together. I'm gonna ask you guys a personal question here. Anyone like a dick pic? I'm a collector. Send it my way if you do have them. I think they get a bad rap. I do. I think dick pics get a bad rap. Like I often hear people like, "Oh, I don't want to see his dick because if I do, then why do I wonder about his personality?" And I'm like, that's a bullshit logic. You know a lot about someone through their, intimate photos. A lot about their personality. Like a guy once sent me like his asshole shot, but it was like a little loose. So I'm like, okay, he's friendly. He knows a lot of people. My friends are like that though. I hate hanging out with my straight friends. I do, because like every time we see a guy, I'm like, oh my God, he's hot. They're like, Beto, he's straight. And I'm like, let me deal with that. Right? He's obviously with his girlfriend. I'm like, but does he have a boyfriend? Because you don't know, right? He doesn't know if he's gay, right? Because he's probably never done it, right? So how does he know? Like, think about it. When was the last food that you thought you didn't like, and then you tried it, and then you found out you liked it? Like, for me, it was mustard. Like, I didn't think I liked mustard, and then I tried mustard, and now I masturbate to mustard. So, that works. But some people can be mean. Like, some people call me the F word when I tell them gay. It's the same thing you guys call cigarettes here. What is it? Fabulous. But my friends are the worst. Like, if I can't do something manly, like if I can't lift something heavy, they're like, oh, you pussy. I'm like, whoa. Like, that word doesn't bother me so much, but I'm just a firm believer that you are what you eat, you know? And they're like, I'm not? Like, sure, I'm an asshole, but you guys, I love doing comedy in London. It is the only place I can be surrounded by white people and still feel like I'm the most successful. So I thank you all. Thank you.